Thursday. Last Thursday we talked about zoos and diamonds, dia and dios being terms used to refer to zoos in ancient Greek, and its meaning tracing back to bright and shiny. And last week we explored A, B, and G, some of the letters, but following the order A, B, G, as is the order in the Greek alphabet, which gave rise to the Roman alphabet. C actually being an adaptation of the letter gamma, so alpha, beta, gamma. So let's go to the fourth letter, the letter delta or D, and that's the first letter in dios. Also, yesterday I mentioned how in the Hebrew calendar right now it's the Tammuz month, which is named after the ancient Mesopotamian god Tammuz or Dumuzi, which also starts with the D. So let's take a look at the letter D and see if we can find any interesting pointers. Alright, so letter D, from Greek delta, from the Phoenician dalet, supposedly from Egyptian hieroglyph, representing a door or fish, is actually unclear, and it seems a little bit off, at least to me. The first hieroglyph representing a door actually doesn't look much like a door to me, but I don't know, I feel like we should investigate this a little more. So let's take a look at the X8 hieroglyph, which actually has a phonetic value of D. Now when you take a look at the shape of the hieroglyph in the letter delta represented by a triangle, I feel like there's more correlation there than a fish or whatever the first hieroglyph was. The description for the X8 hieroglyph seems a bit off as well. Conical bread loaf. I don't know, maybe my eye cones are a bit off, but I'm not sure if I can actually see a bread loaf when I take a look at this triangle. But that's me. So a logogram meaning to give, and a phonogram meaning D, so it has the phonetic value of D, which again matches the letter, the left, delta, D, and so on. I would say that this is a better candidate if you're tracing those letters back to the ancient hieroglyphs. Glyph origin, generally taken to represent a conical loaf of bread. This glyph was conventionally outlined in black or blue, often with white fill and a red inner triangle. Whoever this person is, pardon my ignorance, writes that the interpretation of this glyph as a bread is questionable. Neither X1, which is this little half circle up there, nor X8, which is the triangle we just checked, is represented as bread on offering tables and funerary scenes. Bread is yellow and conical. Bread molds did exist or were rounded. This glyph shapes more like an angular funerary cone, but those were white or red. Here's some examples. What do you think this look like? Not everything is bread, people. Now, since Thursday starts with the letter T for Thor, and there is Tammuz as well, let's take a look at the letter T. So T from Greek Tau, from Phoenician Tau. Tau is believed to be derived from the Egyptian hieroglyph representing a tally mark, which is a quite mysterious hieroglyph if you ask me. And since D is the fourth letter and it has been the way probably since the beginning of the alphabet, let's take a look at the number 4. We no longer use the Roman numbers, so in Roman 4 is actually IV. Okay, so let's take a look. It's pretty interesting. They have the little cross that looks very similar to the other letters representing a T. Well, actually, if you reshape this cross, obviously you're gonna get a T. And then following, it's a pretty wild development up to our current number 4. Another interesting thing about this number, if you kind of flip the 4 a little bit, it kind of looks like a tau. Tauros, which is the ancient Greek name for bull. And this flip becomes a little bit more visible, I think, in representations of foreign and other languages. Special attention to the Devanagari script. It looks pretty similar to a bull's head. Also, the Telugu, to me, looks pretty much like a bull's head. And like I said, the ancient Greek word for bull is tauros. So the letter T in ancient Greek is named tau. So let's take a look at tauros. Okay, so tauros, from Proto-Indo-European tauros, cognate with Latin tauros, and the Semitic word bear a resemblance. So we have Aramaic Thor, and this is a Thor today, don't forget. When we dig deeper, we find this term usually refers to an ox used in sacrifices more specifically. Here we have the etymology of 4. I like that they put the pi word right there with the Proto-Indo-European quitoris. I don't know, do you see any phonetic resemblance with the Tor, the quitoris? Or is it just me? It could be. Yesterday, we also mentioned the death card. The death starts with D as well. So let's pay closer attention to it. And here we have the Roman number for the card, which is 13, considered an unlucky number by many. Interestingly, when you compress this number, 1 plus 3 equals 4. And again, D is the 4th letter. What does it all mean?